Hi, I'm Kristen. Here are the 3 things you need to know to use mindset moments. First, project the skill up onto a screen or whiteboard or pass your phone so the students can read along and see the GIF. Second, read the skill verbatim. Don't put it into your own words. And third, listen, don't teach. Let's take those one at a time. So first, project or pass. There's no lesson planning or prep time required for mindset moments. Just pull up the skill and read. If you're in a classroom, project it onto a whiteboard so students can see the GIF and read along. If you're on a sports field, just turn your phone around or pass your phone around. But it's important for students to see the GIF because it helps them internalize the skill. Second, read the read aloud part verbatim. Don't put it into your own words. This is the biggest challenge I have, getting people to actually read the read aloud section instead of paraphrasing. But the goal is to get to the questions as quickly as possible so you can have a conversation. And here's the thing, the top section is written so that there are plenty of answers right in the text. That means that anyone who is listening can participate in the conversation. Trust me, just read the top section. Or better yet, have a student read it. That's why it's important to project the lesson up somewhere so everyone can see it. Or again, if you're not in a classroom, turn your phone around or hand it to a student so they can read the skill aloud. And that brings us to the final point. Listen, don't teach. Your role is to demonstrate good listening. Children learn by thinking for themselves, speaking their thoughts out loud, and being validated. So your primary job is to be fully present, to listen in a way that allows your students to feel seen and heard, and to validate what they already know about resilience, which in fact they do. They just don't know that they do, nor do they know how important it is. You want to get as many kids as possible engaged in the conversation. The questions are designed to be softball questions, meaning everyone will be able to come up with something to share. And while sharing shouldn't be mandatory each time, you really don't want anyone to hide. You want everyone to feel safe and supported in sharing. So your job is to create an environment where it doesn't feel like a quiz they have to pass or a task they have to perform, but rather as an opportunity to participate in a meaningful conversation about life. We provide 5 questions, but you don't necessarily have to get through all of them. It just depends on how much time you have. If you find that the kids are shy or reluctant to share in front of the whole group, pair them up one-on-one or in smaller groups at first, before bringing them back into the big group to share. These are important concepts for them to understand, and it's not necessary for them to share anything too personal. So if the adult takes the conversation seriously, the students will too. To that end, after you have engaged as many kids as possible in the conversation, it's your turn to share. Of course, you don't have to, but it's an opportunity to bond with the students by participating in the discussion. You don't have to get too personal, but when kids see adults who are willing to talk with them instead of just teaching them, the students are more likely to engage themselves. And the more kids who are engaged, the more obvious it will be when certain students withdraw or refuse to participate. This allows you to gently reach out to them to inquire if they might need more intensive resources. So that's it. Project the skill so students can see it, read the skill verbatim, and listen, don't teach. Thank you for participating. I hope doing so will bring you joy.